Tracking some of that rain we'll be dealing with today.
Yep, this evening and tonight, and we're going to see rounds of it through the end of the week. The stormy pattern is going to continue. We've added a first alert weather day for Thursday. By Thursday, the flash flood threat is going to be relatively high. Good news is the tropics are still quiet, guys. We're entering into August. That's usually the month we see the greatest uptick in activity in the Atlantic. And I want to remind you, NOAA has issued a hyperactive season this year. So that's something we'll be watching closely. Near 80 degrees, we're under sunny skies. When you see sunshine, these clouds breaking, that is really going to help heat us up. And that is going to destabilize the atmosphere. That will be kind of the factor that helps spark up storms this afternoon. So yesterday it stays pretty cloudy through the day. We did not see much rain. Because we're seeing sunshine now, we are going to see those storms later today. They'll start to move in around 3 or 4 p.m., but they will be the most widespread later in the afternoon. The early evening and through the evening, that's when storms will be widespread across metro Atlanta. Areas across East Georgia like Athens and Edenton likely to not see rain until later this evening. You'll hit near 90 degrees. Meanwhile, Northwest Georgia will see showers. Rome, Canton, Calhoun, Bartow County, you're going to see rain earlier in the afternoon. Your highs will be held into the low 80s. Let's take you hour by hour through the Futurecast model. Stopping the clock 5 p.m. You can see widely scattered storms across North Georgia, the mountains, North Metro. Right around the evening commute, it does look pretty stormy. That broken line moves south of the city 8-9 p.m. But you can see even as you're headed to bed tonight, it still looks pretty rainy. So again, the later hours of the evening into tonight looks pretty rainy and stormy. And that's going to be the same thing tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll see mostly dry conditions through the early afternoon and then widespread storms tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. So tomorrow we may push the 90-degree mark because the bulk of the day looks dry, so it will be a warm day. But we're looking at widespread evening storms. And the greatest risk for widespread rain is actually going to be Wednesday night into Thursday. This is a flash flood threat from Wednesday to Thursday. You can see metro Atlanta and areas south are under a 15% chance of flash flooding. That's relatively low. But just know any additional heavy rain by Thursday could cause a chance for some flash flooding. Here's the good news. As we head into the weekend, an upper level high pressure starts to develop that starts to dry out the mid levels of the atmosphere. So we will see a slight decrease in rain chances with more sunshine this weekend, which should allow us to push 90 degrees. So putting it all together for you today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Widespread thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. By Thursday, any additional rain may cause flash flooding. That's the reason for the first alert weather day. Then decreasing rain chances as we head into this weekend.